Okay, we were just talking about your mom a little bit. She's mean. Tell me a little bit else.
All right, I mean, when I grew up with my mom, like, I mean, should I get in depth? Cause my mom's the type of like girl, like if I say too much, she'll get hot at me. Cause it's still real life for me. Besides,
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Like if niggas wanna judge me, they wanna judge me. Like I'll keep it to a minimum. Me and my mom went through it hard. Like my mom was just in situations where she couldn't take care of me. You feel me? Like niggas done drive-bys on me when I was like a jit type shit. Like I stabbed my first nigga a bit. Like I bit out like basically a nigga tried to put his hands on my mom type shit.
And
like,
you were how young?
I was like 6.
And you stabbed him.
And
with what?
I bit his flesh out and like grabbed the glass shard and like poked him with it type shit. Like stabbed him with it. Like
wow.
When I was like 6, 7. Like my mom just had me like she was in a situation where like she wanted me around, but she couldn't afford to like because of shit she was around. You know, she was still growing up. Like my mom was raised in Jamaica.
But what was she around? Was she around a lot of like drug dealing and crime, or like why is she around motherfuckers that were beating her up and you got to stab them?
She just to put it in a simpler term, like my mom wasn't a prostitute or nothing, but like she just wasn't in a very stable environment because she had no help at that. Like
right.
My mom just had it hard, bro. Like honestly. So she raising a kid, honestly, was on her last priorities. You feel me? So what she did was she passed me from hand to hand to people that could take care of me, you know. And like doing that, like I was put in situations that weren't the best, but I get what she was doing. So I don't resent her. I would never resent my mom, but like my mom had it hard. I had it hard, and it's just a very misunderstood. Like my relationship is still. Being
but you're really young to already have that acceptance of like looking at your mom and being like, I understand what you went through and I know that it was hard and I can forgive you for whatever I had to go through. But did you feel that way as a kid? Did you understand? Were you angry at her when you were like a little kid getting put in all these crazy situations?
I chased her like I remember I used to beat niggas at school type shit just to like hear my mom yell at me or talk to me.
What, just because you wanted some attention from her?
Just when I wanted some attention, yeah. Like I remember I used to go to like fucking Margate Middle. I remember one day like this bitch kept fucking with me like, and I don't say hit girls. I know this is not something that, but I'm gonna like keep it 1,000 for me. I don't like to lie. There was like this bitch that kept slapping me at school type shit. So I remember like one day I was like, all right, obviously it's a girl. She probably likes me or some shit, you know. So I went to my mom and I asked her. I was like, would you get mad if I slapped this bitch? And she was like, well, I didn't say it like that. I was like, would you get mad if like I put my hands on a girl? She's like, always give a girl 3 warnings type shit. So like.
That's what your mom told you?
Yeah, you always give a girl 3 warnings, and if she keeps hitting you, like obviously she's trying to harm you.
Right.
So if she's trying to harm you, then you go to the extent to where you gotta handle it. So I remember one day this girl and her boyfriend like were fucking with me at school, and I was like, cause I was making fun of them, and like I think she slapped me or some shit, and like I slapped the fuck out of her and kneed her. And I remember from after that, like my mom realized how serious I took her. Like her word was my bond.
Right.
You know? So like afterwards, like. Anything she would say to me, I'd take it to heart. Like, if she would duck me, I'd take it to heart. Like, I remember one time she got mad, like, about some dumb shit and just said a lot of, like, hurtful shit. So, like, everything, like, I mean, to skip to the point, when I was a kid, like, I took everything she said to heart. I took my mom very seriously.
We always forget that, though, that kids take everything that we say completely literally. Because as adults, we are so used to sarcasm and, like, nuance in conversation, you know?
Literally.
But you just, that's crazy. But so, all right, so what kind of kid were you in school? You're acting like you were getting picked on and shit. Were you a little hard ass or were you a little nerd because you're kind of small?
I was a hard ass.
Yeah.
Like, how do I put it?
You were overcompensating?
I was overcompensating. I was all right, how do I put it? I was that kid that didn't say much, but like him not saying much made you want to know what the fuck he was thinking. So I'd be in the cut, and then when I'd say some shit, it'd be some weird shit. Like, I'd say some crazy shit like, oh, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you or some shit. Like, I'd be the kid in the cut to, like, just get off on somebody type shit, and then you wonder why the fuck it happened. So you come to me, you speak to me, and want to get the inside of everything. Like, I never really spoke. I always acted. I mean, that was always my problem. I always acted before I thought anything through.